Love you guys. I'm JK, your brother in the struggle.
All right, guys, first question from Ryan. The frequent slips and relapses necessary for the reboot. What if we went 100% clean for the 2 years, which it takes for us to fully reboot? Would that be unhealthy? They're not necessary. Nobody said they're necessary. They're just very common. And it's kind of like saying, I want to build a successful career without making mistakes, or I want to learn how to manage my money. If you have a problem managing money, without going over my budget at least once, can I just stick to my budget the entire time? Right? So understand that your relationship with slips and relapses is very important. And if you want to go 100% clean, there are guys who have definitely gone 100% clean. Again, like I've said, the if you're not sexually active, if you're not sexually intimate with someone, there is that risk of sexual repression, which also comes sometimes with porn induced erectile dysfunction or performance anxiety, just because you haven't been, imagine for 2 years, no sex, no masturbation, no pornography, nothing, like no sexual stimuli, and over that time you've been suppressing it. If that's a lifestyle you want to live, an experience you want to have for some spiritual reason or discipline reason, that is up to you. But that's the main risk, is the repression side, and that's what I've seen. On the other hand, I've also heard from guys, I don't know how true this is, that have made it to the 2 year point that without anything, that they're fine. It was really helpful for them. So it's really up to you. Personally, I did not do that. I was sexually active, so I was having sex. So I can't speak to the 2 year part. But I do believe there is value in slips and relapses. Because think about it. Well, one last thing I actually do want to mention is that another big risk that I've seen is we've had guys who have joined the intensive, particularly, and they've gone an entire year or a little bit over a year. No porn, no masturbation. But when their slip and relapse came, they couldn't handle it. They just didn't know how to handle it because they then started learning the basics. Like some of you guys have come here, you've been slipping and relapsing, right? And you've been taking the data and doing something with the data. Now you understand little things like, okay, take your bed, you don't take your phone to bed. When you're tired in the middle of the day and you're stressed out, take a break, because when your cortisol levels go up, you're more likely to slip and relapse. You understand things like get enough sleep, don't spend too much time on social media. So you've learned those lessons. Now I know some of you are just like, yeah, I had to learn that lesson like 500 times while I was in the program. It's okay. It's okay if some of you guys are like, oh my God, I'm so shocked. My brain does not want to learn. It's okay. Repetition. You'll get there over and over and over again with no emotion. That's the key. As long as you're not generating negative emotions each time you slip and you're being very logical and rational, you will rewire your brain. You will learn from the data. But you've learned all those lessons now. Imagine going 1 year and you didn't learn any of those lessons. You're just proud of yourself for not slipping or relapsing. What happens if you do slip or relapse? Is that a risk you want to take, to start learning the basic lessons right from the beginning? Like you're like you've been a year off porn and masturbation. You slip because whatever, you use a dating app for the first time, and then you have this binge. Not only, right, are you shocked at how quickly you went back to pornography, but you don't even have experience coming out of a relapse. On top of that, you're now super attached to that 1 year free of pornography that you had. So you feel really bad. You're just like, man, my 1 year is gone. I don't know about you guys, but I'd much rather slip my way through it and pick up data and actually learn lessons so I never go back there in my life, right? It's also another, I'll give you guys another analogy. It's like the person who grows up privileged, right? Maybe some of you in here might be in that situation. You grow up privileged, no hardship in your life, right? And then suddenly you're thrown out into the world, or your family loses their money, and you're an adult, but you don't even have those coping skills. You don't know what it's like to struggle to make rent, right? You don't know what it's like to actually go out and work, right? You grew up with an allowance, right? Other people just had no allowance. They had to survive, right? So now it's very difficult. So the answer question was, are the frequent slips and relapses necessary for the reboot? What if we went 100% clean for the 2 years, which it takes for us to fully reboot? Would that be unhealthy? The answer is that it may not be unhealthy. If you do that, wonderful. I don't know what would happen because that is not how I did it, but I rebooted. a lot of brothers have rebooted. I think the most important thing, Ram, and for everybody else here who wants to go 2 years completely clean, is start with defining your reboot. Right? Search for the exercise, ideal life after rebooting, and please do that exercise. All right?
Whenever you're ready, here are 4 ways that Porn Reboot can help you out for free. The first way is to subscribe to our channel and make sure that you click on the notification bell to get a new video every other day. The second way is to actually get a free copy of my book, Confessions of a Porn Addict, 7 Secrets of Porn-Free Men, where you'll learn about my personal struggle and the lessons I learned over the past 14 years, as well as get strategies for putting together your own personalized reboot plan and ending your compulsive behavior with pornography or masturbation. So click on the link in the description below this video to get the free ebook. And thirdly, if you're not sure where you'd like to start, but you'd like to learn more about my team and I, or you'd like to spend time with more like-minded professionals like entrepreneurs, business owners, men who work in sales or consulting or high-level jobs, men who are controlling their behavior, then join our free and confidential group, the Porn Reboot group on Facebook. There's also a link to join the group in the description below this video. And finally, if you need our help right now because you have a burning issue, it's an emergency, your behavior with pornography is hurting you mentally, you're about to lose your relationship and you want to live up to your potential or be an authentic man and free yourself from shame, guilt, and underachieving, then click on the link in the description below this video that actually says free coaching call, or visit elevatedrecovery.org and click on the link which says book a call.